Now in order to make this a B grade bowl, we are going to do just a couple of things to it. First thing is we're going to flatten the bottom so that it sits on the table correctly. And the second thing, we will make it thicker. So first, to flatten the bottom, we want to go to the side view, or the front view, so click 1, hit 1 on your keyboard, on your keypad rather, and it takes us to the side view. Now if we select the whole thing by clicking A on your keyboard, I want to drag this up to where I'm going to flatten it to, and I'll show you in just a sec why. Okay, I want to flatten we'll keep the top 4 faces, and then the bottom 3 we're going to flatten it. So right there, I'm going to put that on the red line, and the reason is so that when I select it, it will select everything all the way through it, and it will just select those bottom 3 faces. It won't select anything else. If I were at an angle, it would select different levels, different number of faces, and I don't want that. So hit 1, click it, get it right there on that, so there's only 3 faces below the red line. Hit A to deselect everything, and we want the wireframe to be able to select all the way through. So click Z on your keyboard. Now we want the border select, so do a B, and we want to get it just, so I'm on vertices, vertex select, and so I'm going to select it right above the red line, and that will get all the faces below the red line. Okay, if I click Z again, it goes back to the face view, and I'm going to make that flat by going to the scale tool, and I'm going to click and drag down until it is flat, right about there. So it's still there, the bottom's there, it's just flat now. So that's more like a bowl, even though I don't really like how it pulls that down, so it doesn't look quite like a bowl. So I'm going to switch back to Translate tool and drag it back up until it's back to about where it was. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. We got the flat bottom now, which is good. Now the other thing is to make it thicker. No bowl is paper thin in real life, so we need to give it a little thickness. So in order to do that, we'll select all of it, click A on your keyboard, and we are going to extrude to make it a little bit thicker. So one thing, we don't want the extrude individual because we definitely don't want that. Select face mode, and if you do extrude individual, wow, that looks really cool. That is not what we want. Okay, so undo that. If you did it, we want to extrude region, and that way it extrudes it all together. Now, if I have this many faces selected, it only goes up and down, extrudes up and down, and we want it to come out. So I just want to keep it where it was, and it has been extruded. It doesn't look like it, but there's 2 layers there, and we're going to move one of them out away from the inner layer. So if you get your scale tool, and we don't want to drag them individually, we want to drag them all together. So click the white circle, and we're going to go out with it and get a good thickness for the bowl, about right there. Now the bowl has some thickness to it, and it's flat. Rather than having a beveled edge right there, I would take it back. So I'll go back to Translate and bring it back down flat, and there is your B grade bowl. I'll go to the next video to get the final touches on the bowl to get an A grade on it.